sounds like the defense was maybe a little ahead of the offense, but that sounds like it's kind of normal this time of year.
I thought it was a good scrimmage overall. Of course, there's a lot of things that we could do better, a lot of things that we still got to work on. So, we halfway through, spring. We still got another half left. So, we're just going to keep working and keep improving.
What are maybe some of those specifics you want to work on to improve in this second scrimmage coming up?
I think one of our biggest things was communication. I feel like we tried to work on that a lot for this first scrimmage. Of course, like I said, it's still a lot of improvement left. As far as making sure everybody is on the right keys, just eye discipline. So a lot of different things that we can still work on.
How much did that change with some new coaches coming through? Does the terminology, does the play calls, does that stuff change with those guys?
Nah, it's the same old play calls that we've had before. Just different people calling it. But for us, it's the same stuff that we've been doing. So we're used to it. So nothing different for us.
Is that an adjustment though? Learning just the mannerisms of people on the sideline, the way things are signaled in and stuff like that?
Nah, not really. The call, like the signals can change up a little bit just with different coaches because they might change them. But other than that, it's the same thing. So we do have to get used to the people calling it. So, but it's not too much of a difference.
How much growth have you seen from Josh Jobe since he got here last summer, and just what's the level of confidence in him overall from that group, just based on what he's done during the spring so far?
Well, Joe, he's doing a good job. So we're kind of trying to keep him going and making sure that he keeps having a good spring that he's having. He's definitely done a great job in filling that role for the corner spot. So but he still has a lot of improvement to do, which he's doing. So we're just trying to make sure he stays focused and keeps getting better.
What do you feel like his strengths are as a player? And I think you were here as a freshman when Anthony Evero was here. Do you see any similarities as far as like athletically with those two guys and just some of the things that they have characteristic-wise?
Well, I don't really like to compare, but I think Joe, his physicality is pretty high. He's a physical dude, tough, good speed. He can run with pretty much anybody. So I think his technique is good. So there's a lot of different things, but I don't do comparing stuff.
What's the hardest thing to learn about the defense for a young defensive back coming in?
What's the hardest thing to learn? Like safety or corner?
Safety.
Safety. It's a lot of stuff that's pretty hard to learn because the safety is more, you kind of got to know what everybody's doing, corners, linebackers, everybody. So safety is a lot more complex when it comes to the calls. So I feel like that's the hardest position to pretty much kind of get down and learn.
After the scrimmage, Nick talked about the growth that he wants to see from the middle linebacker position, not counting Dylan. Obviously, what do you see from some of those other guys that were working in either beside him or behind him, Dylan, that is, and just how do you feel like they're coming along?
I feel like everybody's coming along well. We're trying to make sure we come along as a group, so we all work together when it comes to the defensive side of the ball. So we try to make sure everybody's in the right position to kind of be successful. So, but I feel like the other guys have done a great job of their role or whatever that role may be, whether it's calling plays or anything. So I feel like everybody's done a great job.
I know he's been limited, but what have you seen from Shaheem and his ability to kind of pick up the safety when he's been in there?
Shai's a smart dude, man. You could put Shai anywhere and he'll get it like that. So he's since I've got here, he's known the defense all the way around the back of his hand. So for him, it's kind of he picks up on stuff pretty fast. You don't really have to tell him a whole bunch of stuff. So he's pretty much a fast learner. He knows the defense like the back of his hand.
Nick, just in general, how big of a difference is it from a year ago when everybody was new compared to this year where almost everyone's back?
Yeah, it's definitely a lot more experience with the guys that we have now since we've got game experience and a lot of us have played in the game. So I feel like that's a big thing. It helps us with our chemistry. So right now we're kind of working on that, trying to get better as a group and work together as a unit in the defensive back.
What can you tell us about Jared Maiden? It's a guy we haven't seen play a lot.
Yeah.
Bigger role.
Huh?
He might have a bigger role this year, right?
Yeah. Jared's doing great too. Like I said, everybody's doing pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we still got a lot of stuff to improve on, but I think Jared's done a great job. That's my boy. So he's done a great job in communicating and doing his job and making sure he's in the right place at the right time. So he's doing a great job, and I'm trying to keep him. And just like he's trying to keep me just at that top level, so we can get better as a unit.
I guess it's probably easier for a guy who's been around as long as he has to step up into that role and get a little bit more playing time, right?
It definitely is. Because, like I said, he's an older guy, so he already knows how things work around here. He knows the plays, so there's not there's not really much you can do with him. So. He knows everything, so he's just out there just playing ball.
What's it like from a DB perspective, from your perspective, matching up against a guy like Henry Ruggs? What's it like seeing him on other side of the ball, and just what you have to do as a DB to match up against somebody like that?
Well, with him, I know when you're playing man, you kind of gotta give him some space. You can't get too close up on him, or he's gonna beat you deep. So, but that's like that with a lot of our receivers. They're all fast, so. Seeing those guys on the opposite side is kind of it's like a nightmare. So, but they definitely guys like Ruggs, he'll definitely make you better. So
talking about the other side, who looked good on offense?
Everybody.
Scrimmage.
Yeah.
They had a good scrimmage.
Yeah. They all had a good scrimmage, man. They all look good. So I think they've had. Their time to jail, so I think they've jailed well together. So they all look good in the scrimmage.
What was your first? I don't know if y'all matched up in the 1D versus 2 offense, but what did you see from Talia? It seemed like he got some reps in that second group in the scrimmage. He's a new guy, new face. Just how did you see him handle himself out there?
He did well. For a young guy coming in for his first scrimmage, I thought he handled things very well. He was very cool, collected. So, but I mean, I'm sure he still has a lot of things to work on, and improve on. I can't tell you what it is because I'm not a QB. So, but he looked pretty good in the first scrimmage.
Thank you. Appreciate it.